Are you coming off of a GLP-1 or a weight loss program and you feel like your body is just weaker than it was before or is softer than it was before? Well, most people don't realize, yes, you've lost the weight, the number on the scale has come down, but for the most part, you lost muscle. And we cannot afford to lose muscle in our 50s because muscle is our independence, it's our metabolism, it's everything that has to do with our health and longevity. Well, I'm a registered nurse and I am 9 months off of a GLP-1 and I'm really happy I did lose the weight and I'm so happy I met my goal, but I also lost muscle. And so I'm going to share with you 3 things to do while you're taking a GLP-1 or any weight loss program to make sure you maintain muscle. Because like I said, muscle keeps us very independent and it keeps us healthy. And stick with me because at the end, I'm going to share with you one thing that really would have helped while I was losing weight, and I would have known if I was losing fat and gaining muscle or not. So the first thing that you really need to do when you're on a weight loss program, or even just at our age, we have to do it, and that is strength train. And I know you're thinking, I don't want to go to the gym at this age. There's a lot of young people there. I'm intimidated. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't even have to really use equipment to strength train. One of the things that I started doing before I went to the gym was squats. I could not barely squat when I first started, but it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. And so you can do stand-up sit-downs is what I call them, because at our age, if you are anything like me, you're noticing that you're using your hand to push up to get out of a chair. Well, we're not going to have any of that as we age. You're going to do stand-up sit-downs, which are basically squats, and that's going to help build those big muscles in your legs to help keep you balanced and strong and keeping that strength in your lower extremities as you age. So strength training is important. 2 to 3 times a week is perfect to strength train. Keep it light. Like I said, you don't have to go to the gym. You don't even have to use equipment. You can, if you'd like, use resistance bands. And I do use resistance bands quite a bit, especially if you work from home or you have to sit a lot. You can use resistance bands on your upper extremities, your lower extremities exercises, and that will be great for strength training. And you will be surprised how you will build muscle. But I will caution you, take your time. Don't expect an overnight success to see muscle. There was a day when I would flex my muscles and you couldn't see any definition. But now I'm proud to say if I flex my muscles, there is definition, and it's been a lot of work, but it's been slow and steady over the last couple of years building muscle. So don't get discouraged. If I can do it, anybody can. The second thing that's so important is protein. You have to get protein. And what I'll say is don't stress about protein as much at the beginning. Just start. Sit down, make a list of proteins that you like. How much protein is in chicken breast? How much protein is in peanut butter, if those are the things you like? Write down a list of proteins that you like, you enjoy, and then go purchase those protein items and eat them. Count up how much protein you need. Research shows that about 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight is what we need to help build muscle, because we know protein is the building blocks of strong muscle. So if you're strength training and not getting in enough protein, it will be very, very difficult to build muscle. So get your protein intake in. And if you're like wanting to know the equation for the protein, how much protein you need, the equation is take your body weight, divide it by 2.2, and that's the amount of protein you need for the day. So get enough protein in. Make sure it's protein that you enjoy, like Greek yogurt, salmon, tuna, hemp hearts, peanut butter, maybe your favorite protein shake, but please prioritize getting protein in your meals every single day. The last thing I want to share, and then after that, I'm going to share with you one mistake I made that I wish I had known before I started on a GLP-1, that I want to make sure you don't make this mistake. But next thing I want you to do is be consistent. Consistently get up and exercise. Even if you only have 5 minutes, just go ahead and do that 5 minutes of exercise that day. Make sure you're lifting weights or using your body weight to do push-ups, sit-ups, whatever it is that you are going to do. Make sure you're consistent. You don't have to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent. There are days when I just don't have time to do a long 45-minute workout. But I said, you know what? After I have lunch, I'm going to walk down to the stop sign and back, and that's going to be my afternoon workout. There are days that I can spend time in the gym watching and listening to a podcast while I'm getting a full-on workout. But no matter what, I show up 2 to 3 times a week to make sure I get my strength training in. And every day I do something as it relates to exercise, even if it's just a walk, like I said, around the neighborhood. So be consistent. Don't worry about perfection, just consistency. And I want to share the one mistake I wish I had not made when I first started on my weight loss journey. And that was I had just a regular scale. You jump on the scale, it gives you your weight. And as I was losing weight, I was all excited. But then I went to a body composition scale, and that scale showed me everything. It showed me how much muscle I was losing, how much fat I was losing or gaining, how much muscle I was gaining. In those days, I would be very happy. And it also showed me other variables as well. So I wish I had gotten a body composition scale at the beginning. Then I could have seen all of the muscle loss that was occurring at the beginning. And I'm not really concerned about that number on the scale. I'm concerned about, am I building muscle? Am I getting stronger? So I want you to watch this video here, and you'll get to see my before and after in my story, and I hope it encourages you. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Come back and see me again in the next video.